This is the walk-around video of the Turkey, the roundy 2002 I've been writing about on the Hack Mechanic Online. From a distance, it actually looks surprisingly good. But as I've written about, this car has structural rust on the attachment point of the rear subframe that makes it not drivable, even though it can run and be moved in my driveway. It's walking in a bit closer. So obviously it's a round taillight 2002. It currently has these red early lenses on it, which are pretty cool and in some circles highly desirable. Is intact on the car, though I'll freely admit I've attached some of it for appearances and it's not likely to stay on long. This one on the door, for example, is really likely to fall off if you give the door a good slam. Let's just do a walk around the car. It has these beautiful grills on the front of the car, which I may take off and sell separately because I've had so many inquiries from folks who just want to buy the grills. It's got a crack in the lens here. Well, it's more than a crack. Part of the lens is missing. It has the original 4.5-inch steel wheels with hubcaps on them, although the roundels on the hubcaps are faded. This door has a dent in it. If you look closely, there are some amounts of dents in many of the body panels. Again, this is just the walk around, the quick walk around. This car was actually Inca, and you can see it in certain places where the Inca is showing through this repaint. But it looks actually pretty nice. It's not in as nice condition as it looks, as I've said. Just to kind of zoom in on some of the spots from the outside, so you can see the door here is rotted underneath. This is the right rocker panel. You can see a little bit of rust on the right rocker panel. Walking around to the nose of the car, there's substantial visible rust. There it is. On the nose of the car, I mean substantial. Continuing around to the left side of the car, excuse me, right side of the car. So this is the right rocker panel. I know the lighting here is terrible, but you can see the door, the bottom of the right door is all rusty. The bottom, this right rocker panel, that's my hand sticking through, is horrible. This is the right rear fender. You can see there's rust all along here. But as I've written about, the awful thing on this car is this right rear subframe attachment point, which is no longer attached. This is the bushing. And it's just kind of hanging here out in space. And I'll photograph that better. Again, continuing around the fenders. Walking around the back of the car. So like I said, it looks nicer than it actually is. Under the hood of the car. Oh, we're in the interior. Let's do the interior. The interior is actually in pretty nice shape. It has an uncut set of door panels, though the bottoms of the door panels are pretty weak from intrusion of water. It's the dashboard. Dashboard has a couple of cracks here, but it's really not too bad. The seats, I thought these seats were almost mint until I looked more closely. You can see the split here, but they're really in pretty nice shape. Let's walk around to the other side of the car. And both of the brakes on the doors are missing, so you have to watch how far you open them. The seats are really pretty nice, but if you look very closely, I doubt if you can see in this light here, it's possible this right, there you go, you can sort of see that. This right seat almost looks to me like it was tobacco and possibly has been repainted. There you go, restained, if you can see that. So they're not quite as mint as I thought. The back one is very nice. No rips, no tears. The door cards on the back are fine. Headliner is actually in fairly nice shape on the car. The console's all there. Really, most of it is all here. It's got a different steering wheel in it. It's got a quote-unquote motorsport wheel in it, which I threw in. It had a Momo Prototipo wheel that I snagged. Sorry. So again, this is the right uncut door panel, and this is, you can just see where it's all soft. So the panels can be purchased from my friend Dave Varco at Aardvark for about $100 for the pair, and then you could mount the skins on the panel. Continuing to the engine compartment. And again, sorry for the lighting here. So it's got a Weber on it with a manual choke, which is really very cool. And it starts up and it runs just fine, as I showed in the other video. Really remarkably well. There you can see more of the Inca paint in there. Again, sorry for the lighting. It's got fresh oil in it. There's some Inca. It's got headers in it. I don't know what the brand is. It's got fresh oil and antifreeze in it. The radiator, the support on this side is kind of cracked off from the radiator, so the radiator's a little bit loose. It's all pretty much here. A little bit of rust here. So I'd really like it if this car can find a home to someone other than me. I'm not a body guy who can put it back on the road. I would really hate to see the car cut up.